The COVID-19 pandemic has been disrupting the lives of billions across the world. Yet how refugees and immigrants are coping with the situation has been grimly reported. Weave Tales has partnered with Florida Immigrant Coalition and We Are All America to find out how these communities are dealing with the epidemic through the voice of their leaders and to discuss what needs to be done for now to better protect their lives.
My name is Fuada Velic, and I am public accountant, certified QuickBooks advisor and business advisor. Originally, I'm from Bosnia, and I have been in Jacksonville since 2000. I specialize more in small businesses, medium-sized businesses, but variation of accounting advices. Bosnia have been very affected. As we all know, we are just surviving from economic and war, which did not happen a long time ago. So with this COVID, it's just even worse now. Many cases are there, but the good thing, we are all in this together, and emotionally we are trying to support each other. Neighborhood, it's very important, and neighbors are supporting neighbors. This has been a challenge from many aspects. One of the aspects is missing face-to-face meeting people, and a lot of people, it's not used to it to handle business virtually with technology and everything. And some of the taxation process, it's very difficult if you don't sit face-to-face. Therefore, it was a very, very hard, especially for people and for us that needed to complete taxes for 2018 and 2019. Otherwise, they will not get stimulus. Working from home, it's another aspect that all of us needed to adapt. And my staff and myself were really there 24/7. Helping through email, through phone. I even will go to office with a mask and meet customers that needed emergency help. This is a great question, and it's out there that people are confused. Number one, if you didn't get your stimulus till now, it's not end. The stimulus are still coming. First section or first set of stimulus were receiving people with lower income, with dependents. Now is the group of people that will receive stimulus with higher income and not dependents. So if you need to check your stimulus, you have to go to IRS website, and there is button that is called Get My Payment. And there is only a few questions that you need to answer. And you will be able to see when you're gonna get your stimulus. Again, the stimulus I actually did check, people will receive on May 15th. They are sending next set of stimulus, May 30th, June 1st, 15th, and June 30th. But there is an option that you can check. Now, when you check Go Payment, if it shows that informations are not found about you, again, it could be that you not entering information correct, your address, maybe it's not matching, and other things we do have. There is also an option, if you did change address, there is a form that you have to fill it out and mail to IRS. That also needs to be overnighted so IRS can have information. The second option is we can update bank information through the website, through the IRS website directly, and they will have it within 24 hours. So there is two options. Again, if the check was mailed, which actually we had clients, check was already mailed to wrong address, on May 15th, there is an option that we can call IRS and find out what can happen to that check and if the stimulus can be issued back to original taxpayer. We are in Jacksonville, but around Florida, if somebody needs to check stimulus, we are there for everybody as much as we can handle. That's another scope that really, it's a broad topic. The first help was, and unfortunately many businesses were not able to apply. It's the $10,000, which is a government grant for disaster relief. The application was about out in a week, and many businesses were not unfortunately able to even apply. Now, there is a second option, which lots of people, it's confused. It's called PPP, Protection Payroll Plan. It's very important that we try to understand as much as possible. It's not $10,000, it's not $5,000. There is through lender, and it needs to be applied. It can take up to 7 days for application to be approved, and then you're gonna get about 25% of the expenses, approximately. Why is this topic very important? Many questions are coming back. Oh, do we have to pay this back? Because it specifically says it's through lender and it's a loan. It's very important if somebody have questions to call our office and we can explain. But as of right now, there is possibility that this loan needs to be repaid back. However, there is an option if this loan is proven and used for employees' payroll, then probably this loan needs to be repaid within a year. Loan that needs to be paid back. However, there is an option if this loan money that business received is being used for payroll, being used for paying business expenses, then it doesn't have to be repaid back in a year. So the best thing to do here is pretty much to see accountant to create profit and loss for the business. This is my expenses for March, April. This is how much is my payroll. This is how much is my utilities, my business expenses, summarize everything. The best thing to do now is to document everything. That's going to be your best defense when it comes time to pay back loan, or if there's any questions, or if there's any audits out there that will be going around from IRS or from SBA. So you do want to make sure that you have everything documented when it comes to this loan. It's another issue in the community. We have lots of drivers, trucking, Lyft, Uber, and many other businesses that are paying on 1099. The best thing to do also, 1099, Lyft, Uber, and truck drivers can apply for this PPP. They are actually qualifying to get this PPP loan, which is the 1099s is considering you to be a self-contractor, and you are eligible to get this loan, or later on we will see what's going to happen. But as of right now, there is this is the best option to do. When it comes to unemployment, it's very hard to get unemployment benefits on 1099. However, it's not exclusive. 1099s are qualified. However, you have to prove that you have been employed for 6 months, and of course that you did earn more than $3,000. Our phone, it's very busy with this question. I am seeing actually landlords are charging late fees. Late fees cannot be added. That's very wrong. Also, I'm seeing landlords are harassing tenants, which is very unfortunate. If you're dealing with something like this, again, please document everything. You can very well take this to any legal advices or any attorneys. If you see on your invoice that you are charged with late fees, please consult our office, consult legal advice. It should not be, and it cannot be. But in next 3 months, we should not be seeing any late fees, any penalties, nor evictions. In case anybody have any questions for 1099, truck drivers, Uber, unemployment, or any invoices or any harassment from landlords, I will advise again to contact our office for any type of help. We are not just here to handle your numbers. We are in this together, and we will help as much as we can. Again, it's very important in this situation that we all share what we know, that we all support each other, that we all are in some ways not harmed, even though we are emotionally in many ways, I would say, affected. But then when it comes to businesses, there is many more things that we have to deal with, responsibilities, employees, and we are here to ease the situation as much as we can to community, to our people, and we will do our best to help everybody. Again, I know there might be some pride people have. There is a lot of bills that are piling, especially when it comes to restaurants. Restaurants are affected as no other business out there. I will urge every business owner that owns restaurant, don't be shy, don't have any shame. Ask community for help, ask people for help, ask accountants, legal services. What is the best way to do here? Maybe we can decrease the rent. There is options actually that landlords will prorate the rent because the loss of the income that business is suffering. There's many things that we can help and do together, but if small businesses are staying just quiet and there's many tiers out there that I see, especially if restaurant owner are females, and of course there is feelings and connections to the business, shame, people don't want to ask for help for many things. So I would just say let it go. We are in this together. It's better if we share and help each other than suffering alone. And I think that's why community is very important. That's why it's called community. And I will encourage every business owner to reach out to me, to my office, to anybody out there that feels comfortable that can help. I will encourage people to do that. So, and even though if not that, just reach out to people to talk, to have a cup of coffee, to discuss. Maybe there is options that are available. And unfortunately, just because a lot of business owners are just in so much emotional, I would say, disturbed emotionally and confused with all this, sometimes cup of coffee with other person means a lot.